Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. In this lesson we are going to talk about multiplication and division of surds. In multiplication of surds, you multiply outside number by outside number, A times C, and inside number by inside number, B times D. You do not multiply that outside by this inside or this inside, unless you put this one inside surd and this one too. Alright, but you don't need to put this one inside and this one inside, because you are trying to take numbers out of square root or cube root, whatever you have there. So now, as we said, outside times outside, inside times inside, and then you will try to take this result, anything you got there, out of surds, alright, as a whole number. So basically that's going to give you the result. So for the division, the same thing, outside divided by outside and inside divided by inside. Sorry, this is C. Alright, so now let's have a look the questions what we will come across about the multiplication and division of surd. The first question is 2 square root 7 times 3 square root 5. What I said, outside number by outside. This is going to be 2 times 3, and inside number by inside number. That will be 7 times 5, which is going to give you 6 square root 35. And then you are going to think about this inside number. If you can take out as a whole number, if you can't take this number out of a square root, you will think about its factors, if you can take them out. But when you look at 35, it doesn't come out as a whole number, and none of the factors of 35 is coming out as out of the square root as a whole number. That's why the answer is going to stay like this. So this one, 8 divided by 2, 8 over 2, square root 15 over 3. So from there I will get 5. By the way, this is going to be like this, 5, 1. That means 5 over 1, which is 5. There will be 4 over 1. So 4 square root 5 over 1, which is 5. And 5 doesn't come out of square root as a whole number. It will stay like this. Alright, now my next question is 4 square root 3 times 5 square root 3. 4 times 5 square root 3 times 3. That will be 20 square root 9. By the way, when you say 20 square root 9, is 20 times square root 9. If you remember, I told you that one in previous one of the previous lesson. So this will be coming out as 3, which is going to be 20 times 3. That will give you 60. Alright, now next question is 50 square root 33 over 2 square root 3. Whole number, outside number by outside, inside number by inside, 33 over 3. That will give you 25 from there, and from inside 11 over 1, which is going to be square root 11. And 11 doesn't come out of square root as a whole number. It will stay like this. Alright, now let's solve one mixed question, subtraction and division. So what do? We are going to do operations on the top and bottom separately first, then do your division. Remember that number line is, the fraction line is division. So now when you look at there in subtraction, you should have this inside the square root the same to do something, but they are not the same. Remember what we did? We try to take factors of those numbers out. This one too. So this one is 9 times 3, which is going to be 3 square root 3. This one 16 times 3, which is going to be 4 square root 3. This one 25 times 3, which is going to be 5 square root 3. So that will be 3 square root 3 minus 4 square root 3 over 5 square root 3. So from the bottom side, 3, if you have the same square root, remember, you do operation with the coefficient of surds. 3 minus 4 will be negative 1, which is going to be negative square root 3 over 5 square root 3. So 5 square root 3, square root 3 will simplify to each other. That will give you 1 over 5. All right. Next question is square root 125 minus square root 20 over square root 45. The same story like previous question. This one is 25 times 5, which is going to be 5 square root 5. This one is 4 times 5, which is going to be 2 square root 5. This one 9 times 5, which is going to be 3 square root 5. We explained this one in our first video of surds, how to take them out. So now that will be 5 square root 5 minus 2 square root 5 over 3 square root 5. I will do this operation, which is going to be 5 minus 2, 3 square root 5 will stay inside. Please do not add or subtract square roots to each other. You can't do like that. You can add or subtract coefficients to each other if you have the same square roots. Alright, over 3 square root 5. Now you simplify it to each other. There's both of them are the same. That will be 1 over 1, which is going to be 1. Let's have a look at this question. 3 square root 5 minus 2 square root 125 over 5 square root 20. This 125 is 25 times 5, which is going to be 5 square root 5. This one 4 times 5, which is going to be 2 square root 5. So 3 square root 5 minus, this is 2 times 5. Remember I told you 2 square root 125 means 2 times. So that will be 10 square root 5 over. And this one 5 times 2, 10. Again square root 5. So from there 3 minus 10 will give me negative 7 square root 5 over 10 square root 5. The square root 5 simplify to each other, which is going to give me negative 7 over 10. Let's have a look at this question. So 3 plus 2 square root 50 minus 4 square root 5 over 6 square root 7. From there, this one will be 25 times 2, which is 5 square root 2. Alright, so now that will give me 3 plus 2 times 5, 10 square root 2 minus 4 square root 5 over 6 square root 7. Alright, now when you look at them on the top, there is no any square root, there is square root 2, there is square root 5. See, when you got this square roots different, you won't do any operation, you won't subtract or add the coefficients or those inside numbers to each other. You leave it like this, but you need to do one operation more to finish your question to answer. So what you need to do, when you look at the bottom, there is this square root 7. This should be a whole number, this bottom. How do we do that one? Now you should think about this square root 7. How can it be whole number? Of course, when you multiply by square root 7, that will be square root 49, which is going to come out as 7. When you multiply bottom number by some number, you should multiply top number by the same number, all of them. That will be square root 7. So square root 7 times 3, which is going to be 3 square root 7, plus 10 times square root 2 times square root 7. You multiply this inside by inside, that will be 10 square root 14 minus 4 square root 5 times square root 7, 5 times 7, which is going to be 4 square root 35 over, from there you will get 6 times 7, because square root 7 times square root 7 is going to be square root 49. As I said, that 49 will come out as 7, which is going to be 42. So if you don't see this one in option, what do? You may separate them. How do you separate? 3 square root 7 over 42 plus 10 square root 14 over 42 minus 4 square root 35 over 42, and do some simplification if you don't see this one in options. When you separate them and then do your simplification, you will see that one in options if you don't see this one. Alright. My next question is 60 square root 27 over 5 square root 3 plus 1. So you must do this part first, then do the addition. Equal to division, 60 over 5 square root 27 over 3 plus 1. That will give me 12 over 1, and there will be 9 over 1, which is going to be 12 square root 9 plus 1. So this will be 3. 9 is going to come out of square root as 3. 12 times 3 plus 1. That will give me 36 plus 1, which is 37. So my next question is square root 2 times square root 8 times square root 64. So to solve this type of questions, you should start from this part and then you open it from that small square root to big one, and this will come out as 8. That will be square root 2 times square root 8 times 8. There will be 64. 64 comes out as 8, which is going to be square root 2 times 8. That will give me square root 16 and this will come out as 4. So my next question is square root 25 over 6 times square root 12 times square root 9. What I told you, remember, start from there to go to big square root. This will come out as 3, which is going to be square root 25 over 6 times 12 times 3. So this part is going to be square root 36, which is going to be 25 over 6 times square root 36, and 36 will come out as 6, right, which is going to give me square root 25 over 6 times 6. So this and this simplify to each other. That will be square root 25, and square root 25 will come out as 5. That will be my final answer. Oh, see, this question a bit longer, but no worry, we just start from there and go to big square root. So this will come out as 4. 9 times 4, 36. Alright, that will be square root 4 times 81 over 12 times square root 24, and this one I told you what, 36. 36 will come out as 6. That will be 6 then. The 6 is coming from that 9 square root 16. 16 came out as 4. 9 times 4 is going to be 36. 36 will come out as 6. Alright, I don't have space, that's why I didn't write this all separately. Alright, now this will be 144. 24 times 6 is going to be 144, and this will come out as 12. So that will be square root 4 times square root 81 over 12 times 12. Almost done, almost done. From there I simplify those two, will be 1. Now 81 times 1, which is going to be square root 81, and 81 will come out as 9. That's right. That will give me 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is 36. Square root 36 will come out as 6. Thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe the channel. Have a good day. Bye.